Hey guys, I'm Kels. Welcome to my beginner front-end development course. In this course, we'll talk about what is HTML, uses of HTML, structure and format of HTML, HTML syntax, and how to build a website using HTML. We also talk about what is CSS, how to use CSS, CSS syntax, CSS concept, and building a website using HTML and CSS. We also talk about JavaScript. What is JavaScript? JavaScript syntax, JavaScript object and array, JavaScript function and premises. We also build projects using JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. Let's jump right into the course. HTML. What is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is used to design web pages using the markup language. HTML is the combination of hypertext and markup language. Hypertext defines the link between the web pages, and markup language defines the text document within the tag that defines the structure of the web page. What is HTML used for? HTML is used to create the structure of web pages that are displayed on the World Wide Web. It contains tags and attributes that are used to design the web pages. Also, we can link multiple pages using the hyperlinks. HTML basic format page structure. The basic structure of an HTML page is the doc type declaration, the HTML itself, the head, the title, and the body elements. The doc type. The doc type or the document type declaration is an instruction that tells the web browser about the markup language in which the current page is written. It is not an element or tag. The doc type declaration is not case sensitive. This HTML tag is used to define the root element of the HTML document. This tag tells the browser that it is an HTML document. It is the second outer container element that contains all other elements within it. The head tag. This tag is used to define the head position of the HTML document that contains information related to the document. Elements within the head tags are not visible on the front end of a web page. The body. The body tag is used to enclose all the visible content of a web page. In other words, the body content is what the browser will show on the front end. Let's run a quick example of HTML. Let's jump into the screen. Hello guys. For us to start coding, we need some certain tools. First, our development environment. We need an environment where we can write and execute our codes easily. So, I recommend using Visual Studio Code. You can head over to code.visualstudio.com to download it for free. Though, there are other development environments you can use, like Atom, Notepad, Notepad++, and Sublime Text. So, after installing our Visual Studio Code, we need other tools that can help us code easily and fast. So let's go into our Visual Studio Code. Good. So now we head over to the extension marketplace. Now, in the marketplace, we search for live server. So when we get there, we should install the live server. We also need our HTML IntelliSense. Our HTML IntelliSense, which can help us code, which will enable us write HTML code faster and easier. So let's write our first code. So for us to do that, we need to create our HTML file. For us to create our HTML file, we click on the new file icon here. So click on the new file icon. Then after clicking on the new file icon, we'll write down the name of our file index, then add our extension. So the extension of our language that we want to write our code with. So since we are writing our code with HTML, our extension will be .html. Good. So we have successfully created our first HTML file. Now, the HTML structure, doc type declaration, which is an instruction that tells the web browser about the markup language. So we start by writing our doc type declaration, doc type HTML. Good. So after writing the doc type declaration, then we write the HTML tag, which is the root tag. Now remember, an HTML element always have an opening and a closing. So whenever you open an HTML element, it follows by a closing tag. Now, how can we identify the closing tag? The closing tag always has a backslash. So this is the closing tag. Good. So after our HTML tag, then we have the head tag. The head tag contains information related to the document. Such information includes the title tag that describes the title of the current page. This is our head tag. Remember, always has an opening and a closing. Now, in between our head tag, we have our title tag. Now, the title tag contains the information of the current page, and I can put my web page and close this, the backslash title tag. Now, after the head tag, we have our body tag. The body tag, this tag includes all the visible content of our web page. So this is our body tag, and like we say, it always have an opening and a closing. Now, what does the body tag entails? The body tag entails all the visible content of our web page. So if I'm to add an heading here, like an H1, I'll put welcome to my web page and close it. And if I want to put a paragraph here too, I will open the paragraph tag and put, this is my first paragraph, and close it. So after doing this, I'm going to run this on the live server, and let's see what we get. So if we run this on the live server, we'll get exactly what we code, but looking more better. So let's run this on the live server and let's see. Okay, allow. While it's loading, let's see. Now we are using our live server extension to be able to show our code on our web browser. Now we can see our welcome to my web page that we wrote using our heading tag and our paragraph tag. This is my first paragraph. So we just designed our first ever HTML web page. So let's get into it, starting with HTML basic syntaxes.